Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. After his marriage to Chantel Everett ended, Pedro Jimeno, star of Family Chantel, has been rumored to be on a possible spin-off. However, I'm concerned that a spin-off will conceal his wicked nature. One of the most divisive characters for years has been Pedro, who first starred alongside Chantel on the 90 Day Fiancé series. Pedro raised suspicions right away, even though his relationship with Chantel appeared to be sincere. Chantel and Pedro's relationship, which was chronicled on the Family Chantel, became more complex than anticipated as their time in the 90 Day Fiancé series went on. In order to protect themselves from the criticism they appeared convinced they would receive from their loved ones, Chantel and Pedro decided to keep their family in the dark about their relationship for a considerable amount of time after moving to the US from the Dominican Republic. Pedro started instructing Chantel in Spanish, and the two, who were both in their mid to late 20s, understood that their families would find it difficult to accept their romantic relationship. Throughout its 5-season run, the Family Chantel extensively documented Pedro and Chantel's tumultuous courtship and ultimate marriage, which was characterized by rejection on both sides. Pedro found it difficult to keep up with Chantel as a husband, despite the fact that she was frequently seen as a loving and caring wife during the Family Chantel's run. His actions on the show were congruent with those of a villain, as he refused to protect her from the anger of his sister, Nicole Jimeno, or his mother, Lydia Morel. Neither Pedro nor Chantel were able to justify Pedro's ambivalent behavior, yet he continuously looked on Chantel for support without offering anything in return. I worry that Pedro's story would be very different from who he really is if he were given a spin-off. Despite being co-stars of the Family Chantel, Chantel was frequently viewed as the show's moral core, while Pedro was viewed as a supporting character. Things were frequently tense between Chantel's parents and Pedro, as well as between Pedro's family and Chantel, as a result of the manner Chantel and Pedro met and decided to hide their relationship from their families. In order to anchor the show in a genuine and comprehensible narrative location, things frequently shifted back to Chantel because both families found it difficult to perceive the validity in their relationship. Throughout the length of the show, Chantel was able to stay in touch with her family, Pedro, and Pedro's family. She hoped to make progress in improving their relationship so that they could all live together. Although Chantel was certain she could assist Pedro in reconciling with her family, the relationship between Chantel and Pedro's family was as challenging. Being the more upbeat of the two, Chantel was given the duty of making sure that everyone was communicating as effectively as possible during the series. She was viewed favorably as the protagonist of the Family Chantel. Despite the fact that both Pedro and Chantel were the Family Chantel's main characters, it was evident that Chantel was a more uplifting influence than Pedro. Pedro was frequently more cynical than Chantel and seemed to be lazier, wanting to exploit the program for prestige and as an excuse not to push himself beyond his boundaries. Even though his pessimism and tough personality weren't always fully displayed, Pedro was using the Family Chantel as an excuse to remain in the same place while Chantel was expecting to start a new life with him. Pedro's problems weren't fully addressed on film. Pedro, Lydia, Nicole, and the rest of their family are important to some 90 Day Fiancé stars, while others would prefer to see more of Chantel in the future. Many would like to see Pedro's life after his marriage to Chantel, understand what he's doing and where he's going after divorce, and find out more about his thoughts on the entire relationship now that it's over, even though he's been a more negative presence in the 90 Day franchise. There is increasing interest in a Pedro spin-off, and many people are curious as to why the network hasn't done it yet. For people who have witnessed Pedro's worst behavior, a spin-off that centers on Pedro and the rest of his family might be intriguing, but it might also be hard to sell. Pedro is more likely to be portrayed favorably than unfavorably if he were the focus of the series. Both the good and the bad of Pedro's deeds should be depicted truthfully, and I think a spin-off would remove the evil in him. I'm concerned that a program of his own would be more worse, even though viewers saw some of this on the Family Chantel. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.